Welcome to True Health
Heads
Hits.
up!
This is M-Dog20, Matt Cross, and you're listening to True Heel Heat.
What's up, True Heel Heat? True Heel Heat. What's up? True Heel Heat. All hands is on me.
Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat YouTube and Facebook for NJPW Destruction in Ryogoku preview. As always, if we're talking NJPW, we're talking New Japan Pro Wrestling, we got to go to the man who is our expert on the past, present, and future of NJPW. It's your boy, J-News. How you doing?
A little worse for wear today. Just a little sore and stuff like that, a little banged up, as they say in the business. But at the end of the day, it is always a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening anywhere and all around the world. It is your good brother J-News back at it again, another New Japan preview here, talking about Ryogoku and Destruction. Got some things to go over. Me and SP3, as always, teaming up, best tag team in the business. If y'all don't understand that, let's get the show on the road, as they say.
I would tour, Japan, and we'll do all the multi-man tags. We could probably qualify. I think my missus cooks so well that I could qualify for both the best of the Super Junior Tag League and the World Tag League. But I don't know about you. I think we just stick to the World Tag League because you got the muscles.
Yeah, something like that.
You got the muscles, so we gotta only go one division. See, I can do the multi. I can be like Osprey.
It would take me some Drilla Maloney type shit just to slow it down.
I know the style I would want too. Wrestling, I would just be Fit Finley. Fit Finley has the style that I like the most. Just a bruiser who just beats people up, do the headbutts into the gut and stuff, just clubber people, chops. That's all I would do.
I've always had in mind to do a very Dean Malenko-esque style in the ring. That's always been a thing for me. I don't know why.
He's the Techers. I'm a bruiser. There we go.
There you go.
Perfect tag team there. But yes, besides us talking about our potential Japan run, we are here to discuss NJPW Destruction in Ryogoku. We appreciate you. If you are joining us live, we appreciate you. If you're watching us on demand, of course, show that appreciation back. Drop the thumbs up on this video. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all the favorite social media platforms. If you're new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. Sound off in the live chat if you're watching us on demand, but all important, if you're watching us live, sound off in the live chat. We love to hear from all of you. We are an interactive YouTube channel, so we love to interact with the live chat. So we try to highlight as many comments as possible. But we're also a self-funded channel. So if you have a little that you can give back, whether that is hitting the join button and becoming a member for only $1 a month, you get in-chat perks. We always highlight our members' comments. And of course, you get exclusive content as being a member to the channel. Or you can send a super chat donations, because those are also important. They go to the contributors you see on screen with us here every single day on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. So it helps us run and helps us keep going. But we are here to discuss NJPW Destruction in Ryogoku. We know Vala B, our #1 NJPW fan of the True Hill Heat community. He's already in the chat. He's one of our members as well. And he's saying main event lumber whack match.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, they're trying to gimmick it up over at New Japan for whatever reason. So they're giving this a try. But you know, I too shot this idea down, Valabi. So at the end of the day, we're on the same page.
Yeah, shut it down for similar reasons, because folks, I'm excited for Monday's card, but it's not for the main event. That's the issue here. No. That is the one issue with this entire card. I'm excited for everything besides the main event. The semi-main event is the most anticipated. We got a probably one of the biggest never openweight 6-man tag team matches for the championships that we've ever seen. You got a heated rivalry with Tama Tonga and David Finlay. We're gonna get into all of that as we chat everything up. We got Vala B who says, "Shit fucker." Damn, Vala B, you going off? Shit fucker Chase and Tonga Loa having a weird arm wrestling match. Yeah, that's what you missed on the Road 2 shows. They did an arm wrestling.
I saw the clips, because you know I keep up via the socials, and I said to myself, "There's an arm. What is this, mid-90s WWE? Like, what the hell's going on here? Arm wrestling match?" I was like, okay, whatever, man. I don't know whose idea this was, but let's get past this, shall we?
Let's get past all of this. I mean, it led into an angle that didn't lead into anything. He injured his hand, and then he was in the match later on, or he showed up later on. Vala B saying, but that junior triple threat, though.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
That's what should be the main event for this card, probably. No, not probably. It should be the main event.
It should be. It should be, and that's all Gato. At the end of the day, that's all Gato's doing, anyways. So he should refine the pen or the pencil in this case, because the Booker man doesn't seem to know what he's doing out there.
Come on, I mean, I'm here, Gato. I'm here, Rocky. You can call me up, DM me at True Hill SP3. We do all the plugs, and we got to do all the plugs and announcements early on here, because it's going to start a weekend of celebration for the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, because earlier today made the announcement we just opened up a new merchandise store over at For Your Wear. We still have our merchandise store over at Pro Wrestling Tees, where you can get the original True Hill Heat logo, but our new updated logo that our very own Romeo Anthony Colon came up with, that is now available in t-shirt and hoodie form in multiple different colors. It's great, the new store that they set up for us over at For Your Wear. So huge thanks to them. That is For Your Wear. That is UR for the podcast listeners, not YOU. It is UR. For Your Wear. We got our Serving Face and Heels logo. It's got a new t-shirt and hoodie. Also, there's also tumblers for the True Hill Heat, new logo, and Serving Face and Heels. So you can get all your new merchandise over there at For Your Wear. So huge thanks to everyone at For Your Wear, as well as Blue, who connected us and put us together for this collaboration. Very much looking forward to you guys. If you purchase one, post it on social media so we can retweet it and post it out, and post your pictures or even show your pictures on the show here. But New Japan Destruction in Ryogoku, it is the next pay-per-view we're going to discuss here on the channel. And as always with our pay-per-view previews, we like to get a gauge of where the buzz level or hype level is for an event. So J-News, from 0 to 10, what is your buzz level for Destruction in Ryogoku this coming Monday?
0 to 10. Jeez Louise.
What, you want 0 to 100?
No, because it's the build. Like I've never understood the split billing for the different cities for certain events. So we already had Destruction happen a couple weeks ago, right? But it was in another city, and now it's Destruction in Ryogoku. So it's like, okay, so it's just it's the latter part of it. I guess they wanted us to split it into 2 nights here, but we're gonna get a lot of tag filler at the end of the day. So expectations, I guess I'll go with a 6, because I say 6 in fairness, right? Because we have the triple threat junior heavyweight championship match. That's gonna be awesome. They're still shit in the bed with my man SANADA at the end of the day. That's all on Gato. That's all on Gato. Got nothing to do with what SANADA's ability in the ring has to do with it. That's all on Gato and that damn booking. They undercut him.
Someone tried to end this a long time ago, so we didn't get to this point. But you didn't listen to me.
It ain't got nothing to do with me, SP3. It's everything to do with Gato. Mm-hmm. Everything to do with Gato. Mm-hmm. But anyways, at the end of the day, probably a 6 out of 10 for me. I don't know what else to look forward to here in Destruction in Ryogoku outside of those 2 things. Yeah. That's all I got.
We got the good brother Frantic World here in the chat with us. And we also got a super chat donation from the one and only Vala B. Thank you so much, Vala B. Love the support that you always give us, and it's unconditional, even though you sometimes disagree with me. Not J-News. J-News is all right. Vala B saying, hope Leo feels better by the time we get to show day. Seems like a bunch of dudes got sick. Also, no Gato, Rocky, hire me. I'll help you out. I'll punch Dick out the booking committee. Yeah, I mean, I vote for Vala B as the new booker for New Japan Pro Wrestling. But I did see that Leo was pulled from the Road 2 shows this week because he got sick. But it was a couple of days ago. So I thought that was a move for, he wasn't too sick, but they wanted to take him off to make sure he was ready for Monday's show. So I am hopeful. I'm going to have my fingers crossed that Leo Rush shows up, because despite the fact that, Speedball Mike Bailey versus Hiromu Takahashi 2 will be spectacular. Sure. I really want to see this triple threat.
Yeah. No. I at the end of the day, the triple threat is where it's at. Like we both said, it should be the main event here. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully Leo does feel better at the end of the day. You know me, I'm a big I am a converted Leo Rush fan after all these years. So
we both are. We both are.
So
we all are, except for Top Guy JJ on this channel.
I mean, it is what it is. JJ's got his own mind, so he's gonna say what he says at the end of the day. So that's that.
That's your boy. We got Vala B. We got Vala B who says it's to sell more tickets for the smaller tour.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand that. It's just,
less important.
The less important tour. Yeah, no, I know. I understand the business side of it. It's just more or less like from a booking standpoint and from like if they don't do the traditional, like I guess Western pay-per-view thing, right? And it's like, well, it's all Road 2, right? It's Road 2, and it's like just leave it as a Road 2 tour at the end of the day. Don't make it a, don't split the main events, I guess, in that particular sense. But but to Bobby's point, it is to sell more tickets and stuff like that. So guys got to make money at the end of the day.
With the amount of big matches that they put on the last show and the amount of big matches they put on this show, I don't think there was too much. They had too many big primary like title matches and big matches that they want to promote. That it is smart that they did split it across two shows, as well as the reasoning that Vala B's given us.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense.
We got Vala B also saying it seems like food poisoning because a bunch of dudes got sick. Leo, Hikuleo, Gabe, Coughlin, and Kevin Knight all got sick. He says either that or bad blunt rotation. I think it's the bad blunt rotation with the people you named.
I ain't got nothing to say about that. I know nothing about that sort of thing. The food poisoning thing, though, those guys spend a lot of time in freaking Japan. I'm not too sure about the food poisoning, so I don't know. I mean, unless they got that food from that radioactive wasteland over there in Japan, that's a different story. But you know, we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, hopefully they all feel better, and the show goes off on Monday. So that's the deal.
Maybe they put their foot in it. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
disgusting.
Yeah. What?
Disgusting.
I'm just saying. Some people think that adds a certain spice to it. But let's talk about Destruction in Ryogoku coming up this Monday, October 9th. We have another 10-match card from New Japan Pro Wrestling. The opening matchup is J-News' favorite, a multi-man tag, but there's an added element here, an added element of mystery, as the rivalry between Just Five Guys and House of Torture will continue, as that turncoat bastard Uncle Nobu, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, teams up with Sho and Yujiro Takahashi of House of Torture to face Just Five Guys, Doki, Taichi, and X. The newest member of Just Five Guys will debut or return, we don't know yet, to reveal himself as the newest member. Who do you think this newest member will be, and who do you think gets the win?
So hopefully Sanal is watching this, and if she doesn't, then it's fine. It's no big deal. Sanal has sent you a DM on Instagram right after we got off stream last time we were on stream with a picture of foreshadowing of a young man in front of Taichi. That young man being Yuya Uemura, I believe. Yuya Uemura will be the new member of Just Five Guys, because they need five guys at the end of the day. They got to sell the merch. They
sold all the leftover merch during this period where they had just four guys.
Exactly. So they need to sell the merch, and on top of everything else, it gives one of the fresher faces of New Japan somewhere to be and a faction to be tied to. So that is my choice for X in this case for the match.
I think it's going to be Yuya Uemura. I think that makes the most sense. He's a person that needs a slot to be filled. And since his run with Impact Wrestling ended with him getting the fired case in Feast of Fired, I think that it's end of that run, and it's time for him to come home and get his spot, his rightful spot, climbing up that ladder and joining the other three Musketeers that he was so closely associated with back up. And I think that he got a lot out of his Impact run, where he learned a little bit of charisma and camera presence and stuff like that, especially in the latter half of his run with Joe Hendry. So I think that he's going to show that with Just Five Guys. He fits in, like Sanal presented the argument perfectly, and I'm with it. Yuya Uemura shows up, and that leads to Just Five Guys getting the win. Ishimori does also make sense. Valabi saying Ishimori hates Nobu enough to split from Bullet Club. That is true. I don't know if he's healthy enough yet. We'll see. I also, his role with Bullet Club is kind of diluted with the whole Bullet Club War Dogs, but that's a whole situation that David Finlay seemingly is never going to address. So,
and he's supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to address every single thing that is going on within the structure of your faction, and he misses shit. Man, this is what I tell you guys, man. He ain't worth a damn. Anyways,
I'm not going to support your David Finlay slander, but we are going to talk about a Bullet Club member and a former Bullet Club member going one-on-one here, as the participants in the arm wrestling match on the road to will go one-on-one in singles competition. It's going to be Tonga Loa going one-on-one with Chase Owens. This is a part of the larger Guerrillas of Destiny versus Bullet Club rivalry that has been ongoing and that is spread across this entire card. You got Tonga Loa, who picked up a victory over Chase Owens on the G1 Climax 33 final show. So this leads here to this matchup. Chase Owens injured the hand of Tonga Loa following their arm wrestling matchup that Tonga Loa picked up the victory. So do you think that will come into play, and who do you got winning?
Sure, it'll come into play, and then this will be an even 50-50 bookings, 50-50 booking. So Chase Owens wins this match. That's what I predict here. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I have.
I'm afraid you're right. that's what like it pained me to say through gritted teeth to say that I pain you're right, and that Chase Owens will pick up a victory like he did over Hikuleo in the damn G1. So yeah, but I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go Tongaloa. I'm gonna go Tongaloa here. He needs to pick up some momentum before him and Tama Tonga are inevitably put back together for the World Tag League. So I'm gonna go with Tongaloa here.
Do you think they're going to be put together for the tag league? I feel like one of the brothers is going to join Hikuleo in the tag league for some reason.
No, Hikuleo's got a tag team partner, ELP.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And they're on this card here. Valo B saying, I will not support the David Finlay slander either. That's how I read that.
Oh man. At the end of the day, what are you supposed to do? You gotta have some sort of contrarian thought points here. We can't all be on the same boat, on the same page at the same time, all the damn time. We need to be different in this world. But I agree with Valo B. Fuck this match. This match ain't worth a damn.
Pretty much. Next up, we got a multi-man matchup, 4-on-4, 8-man tag team, and it is part of another bigger faction versus faction rivalry between the United Empire and Los Ingobernables de Japón, who will be represented by the G1 Climax 33 winner Tetsuya Naito, Shingo Takagi, Yota Tsuji, and Bushi when they face United Empire's Jeff Cobb, Great Okan, Hanare, and Callum Newman. Who do you think is going to win this one?
So I give this one here to LIJ. Callum is still pretty new to the New Japan fan base, so I feel like they'll let him get some of his shit in, not everything, but they'll let him get some of his shit in, but he'll still look up at the lights here. So Bushi's safe for this match, I think.
He's like, Bushy, you don't have to look up at the lights. You don't have to be an electrician tonight. We got Callum Newman to do the job. Yeah, I think Callum has been showing out in the opportunities that he's gotten during this tour, and I think that he may be someone that they look at for maybe Super Junior Tag League or Best of Super Juniors down the line. I don't know if it's upcoming with the next tournaments that are coming up, but I think down the line he's kind of earning his stripes and kind of earning himself in New Japan Pro Wrestling with the run, and he's got a spot with United Empire that's pretty solid as well. But yes, he's here to take the fall. I think that Shingo picks up the victory here because he will be showing up later in the show.
There you go.
Next up, we got our first title match on this show for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. It's going to be Bullet Club War Dogs, Clark Connors, 100 Proof, and Drilla Maloney versus Kushida and Kevin Knight, the Jet Setters, the former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. They won the titles from Catch 2-2, who regained the championships from them, but soon after regaining the titles, Catch 2-2 was attacked by former United Empire member Drilla Maloney, and then Clark Connors, when Drilla joined up with the Bullet Club War Dogs, that went on to them winning the titles at Independence Day in Kurgan Hall. And they've even defended the titles in Kurgan Hall against Yo and Rocky Romero. And this will be their second defense against the Jet Setters, who own pinfall victories over Bullet Club War Dogs, most notably Kevin Knight picking up a win over Clark Connors during the All-Star Junior Festival in Philadelphia. Who do you think walks out with the gold here, J-News?
I'm going with the War Dogs. I feel like, even though there's a part of me that still feels like they're going to continue to play hot potato with the junior tag belts, I feel like they're not going to lose before the junior tag league. So I'm going with the War Dogs here. Hopefully this is a banger of a match at the end of the day. There's no reason to believe that it's not going to be. Jet out here doing the damn thing. Kush the God back in the ring in Japan for the first time in a few months. And the War Dogs are doing the damn thing, man. I feel like the pairing between Clark Connors and the Driller has been a good one. So continued success to those two guys, and hopefully bigger and better things to come for them.
Agree there. Yeah, I agree with Vala B. He says War Dogs win, not losing before the tag league. You got to look strong if you're the champions going into tag league. That is a good point to make. Next up, we got a rivalry and a series that will be culminating on this show as the best of 7 series trios matchup will all kind of finish on this show, as it's going to be Team Shooter, Shoto Amino, Yuji Nagata, and Master Wato faces Strong Style, Minoru Suzuki, El Desperado, and Ren Narita. This is sparring off of the rivalry between Shooter and Narita that dates back to their time in the New Japan Dojo, but kind of reignited during the G1 Climax tournament. Then they had this best of 7 series, which is now tied. I believe someone is up, because I think they had a Road 2 show. But at the last time that I looked, it was 2-1. So whoever won the last one, that means that the other team is going to probably win this one, because they're probably going to end this series tied up. But it's been a good series. They have had good matches, and they've developed the whole rivalries between Nagata and Suzuki, as well as Master Wato and El Desperado, and Narita picked up his first pinfall victory over Shooter of his entire career during this series. So who do you think gets this one final win, despite probably the series ending in a tie? Who do you think gets the final Game 7 win, though?
First of all, can we get outside of doing J-News math, let's do some real math here for a minute, right? It's a best of 7 series. This can't end in a tie. Were any of these
tie?
How is it gonna end in a draw? How's it? How?
Because they had a 20-minute time limit draw.
They had a draw. See, I didn't know that. So there that goes.
I said they're probably going to end this 3-3-1.
This is complete and utter 50-50 bullshit booking. I can't believe it, man. No one can be up. Someone needs to be up here. I don't know who won last. To be honest. Because I know that from looking at the highlights during the week, I know that Nagata and Suzuki were in the ring sometime during the week. So there was obviously something about.
So we're not gonna know who wins the last matchup, because let me double check here. The Game 6 is on Saturday.
It's on Saturday. So when was Game 5? Game 5 was sometime during the week, wasn't it?
Yeah,
they had been in the ring previously.
Game 5 had to be Thursday.
Okay.
Let me just Thursday here. Yeah, this is Thursday. Who won on Thursday? Let's see who won on Thursday in Game 5. Game 5 was won by. Oh, they didn't play on Thursday, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So. Or am I blind? No, they did an 8-man tag on Thursday. So they had a day off from the game. So it was Game 5 on Wednesday. This is riveting content we're giving the people. Game 5 was not even on. When was the last time they played? God damn it!
Right.
I think it was. Yeah, it was Tuesday then. Had to be Tuesday. Let's see. Tuesday. No, it wasn't even Tuesday. So. Yeah,
scratch it. At the end of the day, who do we pick? Who do we pick? This shows that we.
I saw the last time they played. So Game 5 was last Sunday, which Master Wato picked up a win over El Desperado.
Okay, so Wato won. So that means Game 6 is going to have to be a Strong Style victory.
Yeah.
So then, essentially, Team Shooter is going to be gonna play for the tie on Monday. Is that where we're going?
Yeah, right. I probably feel Strong Style wins the next one on Saturday, and then they get the win on this one. So I'll go with Team Shooter.
That makes sense.
Shooter finally picks up a win in this series.
There you go.
All right, we figured that out. Sorry for that riveting content. Next up, you got the Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships up for grabs as the Bullet Club War Dogs, Alex Coughlin and Gabe Kidd will defend against Gorillas of Destiny's Hikuleo and El Phantasmo. El Phantasmo was a man alone until the Gorillas of Destiny, his old friends in Bullet Club, recruited them to their sub faction of Home Tie, brought El Phantasmo home to the babyface side of things, and they have been warring with the Bullet Club ever since. And they made the challenge after picking up a victory in a multi-man matchup to Gabe Kidd and Alex Coughlin. This is their first defense of the Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships, but we have a new team that has entered into this heavyweight tag team division who picks up the victory here. J-News.
I'm still going with the War Dogs. You know, I think Hikuleo and LP are too new of a team just to get the win just like that. So I'm going with the War Dogs here with their continued physical style and violence to get the win and go into World Tag League strong and probably, I don't know, man. They're like the team to beat in Tag League for me. So, you know, unless they're going to let other teams join the World Tag League from other companies, which I don't know, I see the Bullet Club War Dogs running roughshod over the World Tag League and staying strong with their strong openweight tag team championships.
You make valid, good points. The thing is, we are talking about predictions for a show booked by Gato, and these are tag team titles. Hikuleo and El Phantasmo win. We have new strong openweight tag team champions. Is what I'm trying to say. He's going. This is Gato gonna Gato, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this is their first defense. Yes, Gabe Kidd and Alex Coughlin need a big win, but I feel like Gato is going to push them strong in World Tag League, and they should be considered a favorite, especially if there's no like Aussie Open. I think that is a great way to revitalize the War Dogs as a competitor and a challenger for Bishamon, since they beat them for the strong openweight tag team titles. This solidifies and builds credibility for Hikuleo and El Phantasmo before World Tag League, with them winning the strong openweight tag team titles. And what we've seen with the strong openweight tag team titles is Gabe Kidd and Alex Coughlin primarily want to be in Japan. These strong openweight tag team titles should be defended in the U.S. Hikuleo and El Phantasmo have been on pretty much every single strong show since like the pandemic. It just makes sense.
Makes geographical sense at the end of the day. So, you know, we'll go with that.
I do agree with this though, Valabi. Tsuji and Shingo are the team to beat at World Tag League.
They're the team to watch.
The final is Tsuji and Shingo versus War Dogs. I'm calling.
They're the team to watch. I'd rather watch them, you know, do the damn thing. But the team to beat, to me, is the Bullet Club War Dogs, man. They just on fire. They're on fire, brother. They're on fire. That's all I'm saying.
We also got King of Hiko Mundo, who says
Weka Mundo.
Thank you. Appreciate your Hispanicness. It is time. We also got Valabi. He says it's a strong match. Gato isn't booking it. It's Rocky booking. No, it's still Gato.
Yeah, it's a New Japan proper show. It's not a strong show. So
yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter all that. We also got here King saying AEW needs to do a luchador Forbidden Door versus Japan wrestling. As long as those luchadors ain't from AAA, then yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can get it done at the end of the day. You know, we'll get more reverence of Teton and Soberano Jr. and guys like that in the ring, but we'll never see El Hijo de Vikingo versus Leo Rush or
never see Ray Phoenix on Forbidden Door.
Word. Yeah, like we'll never see that.
Sorry. We got Dustin, and it says Shingo and Tsuji win tag league and gold at Wrestle Kingdom. I mean, if I'm booking it, that's what I would do. I would do Shingo and Tsuji versus Bishamon at Wrestle Kingdom, because I think that's the best possible IWGP tag team matchup that they can offer without bringing somebody in. So I said go for it. What else better we got to do, folks? King saying, man, that'd be insane. We also got Valabi says it's called Fantastica Mania.
Fantastica Mania. Anyways, that's what he wanted me to say. That's what he wanted me to say.
I know.
No doubt.
For the I love how you say it
too.
For
the people.
I do it for
the people. But
at
the end of the day,
inside.
No, Valabi's right though. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I mean, yeah. Look, man, there's a lot of stuff that fans wish could happen throughout the year, but you know, working relationships, non-working relationships, what are we to do? You know?
Yeah, I agree. We also, yeah. Well, next up, we got the matchup that I am very much looking forward to. And for anyone who showed their support to the channel yesterday, they would have known we premiered our interview with one of the competitors in this matchup, as it's going to be for the never open weight 6-man tag team championships. Kazuchika Okada teaming up with Tomohiro Ishii, Hiroshi Tanahashi to face Alex Shelley, the Impact World Champion, the X Division Champion, Chris Sabin, and the walking weapon, Josh Alexander, who I discussed this matchup with in my exclusive interview, and the comment from Kazuchika Okada about TNA and his disgust for TNA, even though he doesn't really know Impact Wrestling. And there's a lot of ties in this matchup, with Alex Shelley being partly responsible for training Okada when he was here in the USA, a part of Impact Wrestling. He traveled with Chris Sabin. It's a dream match with Josh Alexander and Kazuchika Okada, kind of the key representatives of their two companies. Hiroshi Tanahashi just lost an Impact World Championship matchup against Alex Shelley. You have Tomohiro Ishii and Josh Alexander that had one of the best matches in Impact last year. So a lot of ties here. Who do you think walks out with the 6-man tag team titles?
Well, first things first. Headlines do it all when it comes to these internet feeds or whatnot. Ain't there beef with Josh Alexander and Chris Sabin?
Well, Josh Alexander and Alex Shelley are going to be facing for the Impact World Championship coming up at Bound for Glory. And I had somebody, I think I did the Impact review over on Fightful yesterday, and somebody in the chat asked us why didn't Impact promote this matchup in any way, and they should have, because this helps their build, because you have the two main eventers of your biggest show ever that also has Will Ospreay versus Speedball Mike Bailey, Trinity versus Mickey James, ABC versus the Rascals, probably the best Impact card ever. And that's the main event, and this helps the build because you have two guys that have to coexist in this matchup.
So you answered my question just in your whole soliloquy there. Why didn't Impact promote this match? The same reason New Japan didn't promote that damn last co-promotional show, because the Impact team's gonna lose this match. So that's where it's at, baby. That's where it's at. Impact loses this match. The champions win. Tanahashi, Okada, Ishii, they win. Who's eating the pin? The non-champ. I'm sorry to say it that way, because I think Josh Alexander's great, but I think Josh Alexander has to eat the pin.
He's the number one contender for the Impact World Championship.
Right? But you have the Impact World Champion and the X Division Champion in the match as well.
The X Division Champion could take a pin.
Nah, man. Nah. You can't be making your champions look bad. So boom, Josh Alexander takes the pin here. Probably Okada for the win. I'll say that. But there you go.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've heard. You're not gonna pin the number one contender for the Impact World Championship.
Amen.
2 weeks before he's gonna face Alex Shelley on Saturday at Bound for Glory. Then on the TV taping, you know did you hear the announcement who he's facing? Will Ospreay.
Oh, yeah. But wait a minute. So Bound for Glory is on Saturday?
Bound for Glory is on a Saturday this year.
But next Saturday or this coming Saturday?
The Saturday, October 21st, 2 weeks from now.
Oh, okay, so 2 weeks from now. Okay. I just want to get the scheduling straight. Look, man, at the end of the day, I just don't feel like you should be pinning your champions at the
You
that's
should
really
pin the X Division champion. It's a mid-card title. And it's Kazuchika Okada. You telling me Kazuchika Okada is not on a higher level than the X Division championship? Sir.
First of all. I'm not saying you're not making any sense here, right? I didn't think about it in the wrestling sort of in the wrestling sense of there is no junior, right, on the opposing team, right? There's no substantial junior. So you're absolutely right. Chris Sabin can take the loss here since there's no one that he's gonna eventually have to face down the road. You're not wrong about that. Dunstan, to answer you here, the whole potential match of the night thing. I think that was the previous match, but his most recent comment, he can't make champions look bad. SANADA, listen,
they don't made him look bad the last 3 months.
Like I said, bro. Like I said, Gato has a hard on for all those LIJ guys. None of them look good at the end of the day. Regardless of SANADA is the top guy in just five guys. Some happened there. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I guess Nick Saban takes is it Nick Saban? Yeah, I don't know. That's the coach of Alabama. Chris Saban takes the pin here. And if Chris Saban's taking the pin, then I'm assuming Tana's probably going to get the pin here out of all the guys.
Could do that, or they could if you want to help Impact, since Impact didn't help you with the build, you could help Impact with their build and have Kenta cost Chris Sabin because he's facing Chris Sabin at Bound for Glory.
It's a good point. It's a very valid point.
If you want to protect Chris Sabin, because we know J-News wants to protect the X Division champions.
You got to protect the champions, man. I mean, at the end of the day, that's part of the business. I don't know.
Part of the business. The mat is sacred, and we protect the champion. God damn it.
Yeah. I'm a traditionalist in that sense. Sorry.
Next up, we got the Never Openweight Championship up for grabs as David Finlay will defend against Tama Tonga. This rivalry has been going on since pretty much the spring with these two men. David Finlay taking aim at Tama Tonga following beating him in one-on-one competition in the New Japan Cup. He followed that up by beating him again at Wrestling Dontaku to win the Never Openweight Championship on the Bullet Club 10th anniversary. Since then, he has defended the championship, been in the G1, made it to the playoffs of the G1. But during that tournament, it was Tama Tonga that pulled off a victory over David Finlay to earn him this opportunity. We've talked about the rivalry between the Guerrillas of Destiny and Bullet Club War Dogs, and this Never Openweight Championship seems to be the centerpiece of this rivalry. So who walks out with the gold here?
It seems that the crowd here in the comments aren't big fans of this rivalry. So at the end of the day, the never-ending story for sure.
Please put Tama and Finlay with other people.
Look, man, I've seen enough of this. I really, really have. And I give Finlay a lot of guff, and it's true. It's damn true. To quote a man. But he's probably going to walk away with the win here. He'll retain his championship. You gotta continue to ride the wave with the Bullet Club War Dogs. And he is their de facto leader for all the hate in my heart that I have for David Finlay. But yeah. I mean, it should be a decent match at the end of the day. So yeah, that's all I got.
I think that is going to be a good matchup. I thought that their matchup in the G1 was better than their matchup at Dontaku that I thought was very good. And I think that this matchup is going to be a lot more brawling. It's going to be a lot more aggressive. I think that the intensity is going to be up because this is going to be hopefully, fingers crossed, everyone, the blow off of the Tama and Finley chapter. I'm sure that the Gorillas of Destiny versus Bullet Club will go on. Hontai and Bullet Club has been going on for the better part of 10 years. So I'm sure this is going to continue, but we are done with this part of it. We are done with Tama versus Finley. And yes, I agree with Valabi, and that's why I kept this comment up for the entire time. Both of us talked about this matchup. Please put Tama and Finley with other people after this. And I think the perfect person for Finley, if you're going to give him a big title matchup coming up at Power Struggle in November, you got to set things up for those big shows coming out of these shows. So I think that Finley wins, and then Shingo Takagi comes up and says that he is cashing in his opportunity by beating Finley in the G1 that he has earned for the Never Openweight Championship, and we can get another banger because I feel like every time Finley and Shingo get in the ring together, they have some of Finley's best matches. It's either Shingo or Ospreay has the best Finley matches that I've seen. So I want to see more of that.
They've got great chemistry. They've got great chemistry. So hopefully that's the way that it goes down.
We got Follow B saying, I love Finley.
I mean, that's fine. You're entitled to your own subjective opinion. And
Finley is amazing.
Yeah, I'm not too sure who you're trying to convince, yourself or me, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The kid just isn't the man on top of the freaking mountain. You want to put him up there? That's fine. Does he mean that he is? No, sir. That is all I know. That is all I know.
I apologize, Valabi. You're absolutely right. Ishii has the best Finley matches too. Those three.
I mean,
those three, which are three of the best workers in the world. So.
In the world, basically, yeah. They have. I don't think they've ever had bad matches with anybody, to be quite honest. But
to be fair,
yeah.
I mean, usual.
But is it their fault though?
I'm just saying. You said you. I can't. I thought of one person. No one has good matches or great matches with. But that is true too, Dustin. We got the Never has been in a Bullet Club story since last year. Pretty much since Jay White kicked out Gorillas of Destiny from the Bullet Club. The Never Openweight Championship has been centered around the Bullet Club. We had Tama and Evil. You had Tama and Carl Anderson. Yeah. You had Anderson and Hikuleo. You had Tama and David Finley. Like, it's a never-ending story with this title involved in the Bullet Club.
You mentioned the boss. I'm gonna say this quickly. You guys might not like my David Finley slander, but I, for one, detest the Jay White slander on the internet. This last couple.
Guns up! What are they talking? No bitches. Slander for our boss.
Guns up, bitches. Guns up. No. So at the end of the day, I'll see that there. Bala B, your last comment. That's all I ride for. That's all I ride for. You know, at the end of the day, you sucks. Everyone wants Peter. Pervert. The women love Peter. For God's sakes. At the end of the day, the women love Peter.
Yeah, perverts.
No one cares. No one cares unless Peter is there. That is my saying. I will make sure I say that.
It, folks.
Copyrighted. No one cares unless Peter's there. That's all it is, man.
Next up, the real main event of this show for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Hiromu Takahashi makes his 6th defense of the championship, this time for the first time of this reign in a 3-way matchup against Lio Rush and Speedball Mike Bailey. The history between these 3 men just this year alone has offered us some of the best junior heavyweight matches of the year, whether you go back to the New Japan Cup final in March with Hiromu and Lio Rush stealing the show, whether you go back to the open of the Best of the Super Juniors with Hiromu Takahashi and Speedball Mike Bailey, giving us a thriller in Kurgan Hall, whether you go to the middle of the Best of Super Juniors when Hiromu and Leo had a rematch where Leo Rush picked up a win over Hiromu Takahashi to split their series 1-1, or if you go to Leo and Speedball nearly having a sequel to the Will Ospreay Ricochet type matches of the Best of Super Juniors of the past during the Best of Super Junior block finals. These three men, so much history, and it only fired up even more in Philadelphia when Speedball won the All-Star Junior Festival USA tournament over Kevin Knight and asked for his shot at the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, only for the next day, Leo Rush, then X Division champion, pinning Hiromu Takahashi to get himself a shot at the title as well. So this is why we have a three-way matchup. And man, I expect this to be an absolute banger with or without Leo Rush, but we are all hoping Leo Rush, who was announced as sick and missing the road 2 shows, is healthy for Showtime. But if we get this three-way, this might be the best three-way in New Japan history if he gets 15 minutes or more. I got to put that caveat.
Wait a minute. Time out. That's high praise, brother. The best three-way in New Japan history? All right. Yep. Okay. All right. I'm gonna leave you there. But anyways,
what was the previous one that had that honor? The Wrestle Kingdom, Loki, Ibushi, and Balor?
Yeah, probably. More than likely.
This will be better.
I mean, hey man, listen. Hey, we gotta watch it. We gotta see it once it happens. We can claim it. Who wins this match though? Who wins this match? I mean, it's not tricky, right? Because Hiromu's got to go for the defense record, right? So they have to do that. It's like I said many months ago. I still feel like he has to, even though he's beaten Kushida, quote unquote. At the end of the day, he has to do it on the bigger stage, and it's got to be a banger of a match. So you know, I feel like once that's said and done, then we can call it not a career, but you know, maybe eventually give him what
career. He wants. It's over. It's all over from here.
Give him what he wants. Give him a main event shot with the junior title somewhere down the line on one of the bigger events, be it Wrestle Kingdom, be it Dominion, you know, something of that nature. So you know, we'll see how that goes down, but yeah, man, Hiromu for the win. Like you said, it should be a banger of a match. So hopefully Leo is healthy in time for Monday. Speedball should be good to go because I think he's wrestling tomorrow and today and then Saturday, and then he'll travel to Japan after this match on Saturday, and he'll be there by Monday morning. And you know his regular flight schedule.
Yeah, I think what is he in Australia right now? Or yeah. Speedball Mike Bailey, the craziest schedule in wrestling. Shout outs to Speedball. You know, we always rep and stand with the Speedball here on True Hill Heat.
For sure.
But yes, I think that Hiromu has to at least tie the record. I don't know if he'll break the record, but that means that he'll probably have to get through Wrestle Kingdom to get the record.
Yeah, more than likely.
Because if this is his 6th, I don't see him getting like 4 more before Wrestle Kingdom to make that the 11th matchup.
I think it might go through next Best of Super Juniors. It might.
I can see that too.
Yeah,
I can see that too.
Yeah. So.
And then finally we have what New Japan is billing as the main event. It is a lumberjack match for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. SANADA will defend for the 4th time against Evil. SANADA and Evil, longtime tag team partners in Los Ingobernables de Japón, former IWGP Tag Team Champions, former World Tag League winners. However, that all ended in the New Japan Cup in 2020 when Evil cheated to beat SANADA and then cheated to beat Okada in the final before officially turning heel and turning his back on LIJ and joining Bullet Club. Since then, he's made House of Torture. We've also seen SANADA pick up a victory over Evil at Wrestle Kingdom in 2021. But here is probably the biggest stage for this rivalry, as now the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship is involved after Evil beat the champion in the G1 Climax 33 tournament in the playoffs. Since then, he has been assaulting Just Five Guys. He's stolen the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship and even stolen Uncle Nobu from Just Five Guys. Will SANADA get his revenge at Destruction in Ryogoku? And then what is next for SANADA? What is next for Evil after that? Who do you think wins this one? I shouldn't even be asking you. We know who you're picking, J-News.
You know, there comes a time when you have to be a realist and you have to stop being a fan, right? This is a shoot, brother. This is a shoot. That belt needs to come off SANADA tomorrow, and it shouldn't be Evil to do it. They've done him such a disservice this entire run. Besides the quality of the matches, like just like the storyline stuff, the angles and all that shit, it just hasn't lent to anything for SANADA at all. Basically making this build to this match between him and Evil something of a gimmick / comedy bit, to me, is like ridiculous for a world heavyweight champion to have to go through. And it's for lack of for a company that's supposed to be taken so seriously, this is just not the way to do it, right? Especially when you're trying to push a new guy in the main event scene, and then you're basically just making him into a joke, right? That's what the Japanese fans have been talking about in the media over there for months on end, about how this hasn't felt like a good run, because the match quality is there, but the angles and everything else just don't add up. I said this before 3 years ago, that this should have been some sort of a blood feud, right? And it never turned into that. Never turned into that. We've gotten this crap, this whackness between SANADA and Evil. And I'm not sure who's to blame here, but be it as it may, Gato or not, Evil or not, SANADA or not, I don't care. This needs to end. SANADA will win this match, right? Because the story needs to end the way it needs to end. SANADA needs to lose to Naito at Wrestle Kingdom. That's just the way it goes. But there's no need for this. Absolutely none. This has been him having to come out wearing a t-shirt saying that he's the champ. Like, come on, dog. How you gonna embarrass the man like that?
Seventh champ.
Come on, man. That's not even cool, man. And then the it's like, oh, but the villainy part is that Evil's playing it up. He's taking everything away from SANADA. No, he's not. Nobu's been he's the heel master for his entire career. He's gonna switch to another faction in another couple of years at the end of the day, because Uncle Nobu's gonna wrestle till he's 60. You know what I'm saying? So let's be realistic, you know. And they don't. And like we said 2 years ago, it was a disservice to Evil to put him in the main event scene at that time. But we knew as to why that happened at the end of the day. So you know, they're continuing the disservice with these two guys. And it's like, all right, whatever, man. Whatever. SANADA wins. SANADA wins. That's it. He gets the belt back. Where does to answer your question, where does SANADA go from here? The build. It's the build between him and Naito at the end of the day. Yeah. We'll probably see a bunch of tag matches between those Just Five Guys and LIJ in some sort of formation. I'm sure it's going to be SANADA and Tai Chi in the World Tag League. If they'll do it that way or not, I don't know. Maybe. I think it would be
Yoromura and Tai Chi.
Oh, true. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely, yeah. So SANADA will have off at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Yeah. So they'll do some sort of a build between SANADA and Naito to get to Wrestle Kingdom.
They got through the Power Struggle tour. They got you know, they'll be back even if they take off for World Tag League and Super Junior Tag League. It's going back to its regular format where it ends at Power Struggle and then World Tag League starts. So World Tag League, they'll just have that tour off and they'll probably return for the final and then the road to Tokyo Dome shows. Yeah,
that makes sense. You know, I think, like I was saying before, like it's been a disservice both to Evil and both to SANADA over the last couple of years with these title reigns and stuff. To Dunstan's point, he's worried that SANADA won't show any emotion. This new version of SANADA was supposed to be a more emotional version of SANADA, and we haven't even steered towards that because they haven't really done much to get him there. You know, maybe it has more to do with him than it has to do with whatever angles they're booking. But at the same time, it's like, how are you supposed to make him a more serious yet emotional character if you don't give him something to stick his teeth into? You know what I'm saying? You can't give him gimmick Evil. What is that? If you don't turn that shit into a blood feud, you know what I'm saying? If Evil's not really like going out of his violent way to take stuff away from SANADA instead of this gimmicky shit, then it's like, you know, there's a way to book it. There's nuance to it. And they just haven't really shown, I would say, in my opinion, the proper nuance in order to get this.
I'll say it once, I'll say it again. This whole SANADA experiment should have ended at Dominion. We should have went with the Yota Tsuji experiment. Give him an opportunity on top through the year. They could have still done the Naito match. Naito could have still won the G1. And they could have built the story of Yota Tsuji proving himself to the leader of LIJ before he really is accepted into the group. That could have been the story. That could have been the main event of Tokyo Dome, where you're putting someone up where it doesn't feel like right now, just feel like SANADA held the title for Naito. Even though it's been a long reign. He won this title in April, but it felt like it was like he versed Hiromu, he versed Tsuji. All of those feel like they're just building to Naito. And then you face Evil, another former LIJ member. It just feels like the whole reign has just been building to him dropping the title to Naito. It didn't feel like you elevated him. It felt like you were you put the title on someone to drop it to Naito.
Yeah. It's like I said, man, it's been a disservice to both of them, really. But at the end of the day, more SANADA than anything else because I only care about SANADA in this point. We'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, like I said, we're gonna get to SANADA versus Naito. SANADA never had did he have the one-on-one versus Shingo? Did that ever happen?
They didn't even do that because Shingo lost to Evil. So they can do Evil and SANADA again. Because that was so great the first time. Gato thought, oh yeah, let's make that the top program of the fall. You dummy. You coward. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with him? One job. They could have elevated SANADA with this run.
I am not disagreeing with you. At the end of the day, it's not like I wanted SANADA to be champion forever. We needed Naito to finish the story at the end of the day. So it's like like I said, the service done to both Evil a couple of years ago, now SANADA more presently. But yeah, SANADA wins this match. I don't think, you know, unless they really do some real screwball finish shit here. You know, SANADA should win, and he should go into Wrestle Kingdom against Naito. That's my take.
I agree with that part, but we shall see how that all transpires, and we will be back on Wednesday, right? Next Wednesday. Next Wednesday to review it all right here. So. Oh, it's a good thing I rescheduled because I was thinking about telling Jimmy that we were going to do AE Ramble on Wednesday, but you made me remember. I got to do this. Thank you. Yes, got to review this show. So we'll be back 12:05 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday to review the show this coming Monday. You can order it and watch it on New Japan World, newjapanworld.com. It's available for what, $8.99 yen? Isn't it yin?
No, yen. But yes.
Yen.
I mean, it equals out to less than $7 a month USD, brothers and sisters. So if you don't subscribe, I would say subscribe, because it's probably going to be the cheapest of any subscription service that you own right now. Yeah, Netflix is going up in about a month or so. Yeah. Anyways, but
and no, Wallaby,
he's not going to
never let go of the sushi shock, because I've had to deal with 6 months of SANADA being a stale champion. Man. Should have ended the experiment when I said you should have. Gato, listen to me. But thank you so much, J-News, for joining me as always. And I will be sure, I'm looking forward to reviewing this show with you next Wednesday. Let the people know where they can follow you on social media. Until then.
You can always follow me on the Instagrams _JONJY. As per the usual, I like to interact with the good folks and the good people out there who love their professional wrestling, because you got to watch the product and watch it all. But I am a New Japan guy. I'm a New Japan shill, as we all know. You can also catch me here on the True Heel Heat Wrestling Channel Network, whatever you want to call it. I'm always here, as long as there's New Japan stuff to talk about. I was invited on for the Wrestle Dream review the other day, so I can talk some AEW as well if need be. So yeah, catch me on there, and yeah, that's the turn for right now, man. That's the turn.
Go over, follow J-News here. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHeelSP3. That's TRU, just like True Heel Heat on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. So go over and follow us there. For $3 a month, you got our exclusive content, plus the True Heel Heat Prediction Championship, plus we might have some merch available from our new merch store at For Your Wear. So you can go over to foryourwear.com. That is FORURWEAR, foryourwear.com/True Heel Heat, where you can purchase one of the new merchandise that we got over there in the store. And also go to patreon.com/True Heel Heat. You might have an opportunity to win some prizes from that store as well. And also take a look at all the great content we got on the channel right now, like me and J-News from our Wrestle Dream review, the aforementioned interview, True Heels BTR Between the Ropes with former Impact World Champion Josh Alexander. That is up right now. We talk about this New Japan Pro Wrestling debut that he's going to make on Monday at Destruction in Ryogoku. Kashika Okada's comments about him, Will Ospreay coming into Impact Wrestling. A lot to unpack from this interview, so go over and check it out. And check out our review of NXT No Mercy with myself breaking down all the action, including the amazing double main event. Also, check out myself and Maggie from earlier this week with our WWE Fastlane preview. Check that out right now and join us live on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern time for our Fastlane watch party. And join us on Saturday, tomorrow, 11:05 a.m. Eastern time, the True Heel Heat flagship podcast. Myself, Miss Chrissy Love, special guest Brady from the Heel Marks podcast, who 2 years ago predicted that Edge would come to AEW. So he's coming back to brag on tomorrow's episode. J-News, thank you so much as always. I will see you on Wednesday. I will see all of you tomorrow. For J-News, it is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3. This has been our NJPW Destruction in Ryogoku preview. We are signing off until next time.